Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel Intiasati Surveys. I hope you have been watched my last video that is interview questions on the string there. Okay. So if you have not watched that video, please go and watch and come back there. Fine. Okay. So basically in today's session, we'll be understanding about string methods, which is very important for you in terms of your application also when you're working. Fine. And even though sometimes interview point of view also, few of the methods which is very important, we'll try to understand that also. Fine. So let's begin here and try to understand how we can work with the string methods there. Now, I just list out the few methods, guys, which is defined in the string methods as of now on the screen. The first method is charAt method, which is basically return the character value based on the index which we are passing here. Second method, we have the length, which is basically used to return the length of the given string here. Third method, we have the substring, and also we have the fourth one, substring. So both are the substring method, which are overloaded method. In the first substring method, which is having only the begin index, where you can pass from where exactly you want to start. There is no end here. Okay, you can get the complete string there. Second substring method we have, which is taking two arguments, that is begin index as well as end index. So that means you can pass in a range where you want the portion of the substring there. Next one, we have the contents, which is basically written the true or false based on the matching of the sequence of the character value. Not only this, guys, we have other methods also because I have not kept all this method in the PPT. If you want more methods, I request for you to go to the official document which is given by the Sun Microsystem. That is docs.oracle.com/Java SC. That is a standard edition. So I was using the 8 Java 8 document API. If you are using 17, anything you can use it. Fine. So in order to save the time here, I just open that API document here. You can see, right? So in that, guys, you can go to the package summary. Now we can find a package whose package name is java.lang. Sir, why you are going for the java.lang package? Because the string is a class which is defined in a default package, which package name is java.lang package here. Fine. So in this package, we can find the group of interfaces, classes, enum, exceptions, errors, as well as annotation. So we are going for the classes summary. To go for the classes and look for the class whose class name is string. Click on this one. So you can see the entire summary of the string class. Okay. Now scroll down, guys. Go to the summary. Go to the summary, method summary. You can also find this constructor summary also, because whenever we create object for the class, we should always look for the constructor. Okay. Now we can use the constructor because we can have the different type of constructor. We can use according to requirement there. But for the timing here, we are just talking about methods. Let's go for the method summary. In that, you can find static methods. You can also find instance method or concrete methods there. So let's go for all methods so that we can look at both static and non-static methods. The first method we have charAt method. Already I've discussed, right? Discuss in the sense we are just understand what is what. We'll see practically each and every one. Fine. charAt method we have. Compare to method we have. Concat method. Contains method. Ends with method. Equals method. Format method. Get byte method. Okay. Hash code. Index of. Intern. Empty. Join, which is added from JDK 1.8 version onwards. Okay. We'll see that also. Last index of. Length method. Match, where you can pass a regular expression. Okay. Replace method. Split method, which is very important. Start with substring to lowercase to uppercase. Okay. Tree method and value of. So all this method, guys. Okay. All this method we'll see slowly one after the another. Okay. But for this video, I'll just make the few methods so that we can understand and we can start work with that here. Fine. Now, the first thing is we'll try to understand two methods. First is charAt method as well as length method. First, we'll see. Okay, charAt method and length method. What is the length method, guys? Yeah, here. The first thing is, guys, charAt method. What is the purpose of charAt method? This method is basically used to return the char value at the specified index. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this one? Let's say, for example, let's we have the string here. I'm just taking the string Java. I'm just taking Java. So Java is a string. I'm just taking string, which is having 4 characters and index begin with 0, like this. Okay. I'm just taking it. Now, what I want here is I just want to get a string line by line, individual characters I want to get, like J, A, V, as well as A. So individual characters I want here. So how we can get the individual characters, guys? I can get the individual characters based on the index position. So in this scenario, we can go for a method whose method name is charAt method. I hope you have understood the purpose, guys. Okay. Let's take a simple example for understanding purpose. Okay. Only for understanding purpose. Let's take the string here, str equal to Java. Now, when I just print here, we'll get entire string mark, that is Java. But what is my requirement? I want to get individual characters and I want to print on the console. So for that, I'm using the loop. Why I'm using the loop? Because I have to iterate from first character to the last character. And for that, we need to find the length. So I'll just get the length here first. How we can get? We can use a method called as length. So length is a method which is used to get the length of a given string here. Length of a given string here. Now, let me use the loop, guys, for loop. So index start from where? 0. So I'm just taking 0. Index less than length and index plus plus. Now, what exactly we're doing here is because we want to iterate from 0 to length minus 1. That's the last character. So that's the reason I've written the for loop for iteration purpose. Next, for each iteration, I'll just write the point. For each iteration, we want to get a single character from the given string and print on the console. Yes or no? This is a requirement here. So how we can get, guys, now? str dot charAt method by passing what? Index position. And what is returning, guys, now? This method. This method is returning the single character, that is char. I'm just holding in a variable, that is ch, right? And I want to print on the console. Let's print on the console. That's it. So tell me, guys, what exactly we're doing now? What exactly we're doing here now? So we are just iterating each character by the index position and we are printing on the console. So for example, if you just look at okay, so first thing is, let me delete this one, all the things. Let me take it here now. Java. Let me increase that here. Okay, so here I'll just take here index position. What is the index position of this one? Okay, so I'll just write it. Better to write it, guys. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Again, let's start and understand it. The first thing is I'm just taking here length. So what is the length here now? 4. So index start from where? Here. So this for loop iteration start from here. So index equal to 0. 0 less than length. Length how much more? 4. So it is going to iterate up to 4 times. 0 less than 4, yes. str, that is a Java, dot charAt of 4. Sorry, index value how much? 0. So charAt of 0. What is the charAt of 0, guys, now? J here. So this J will be stored in the variable and we print on the console. So we get what? J, right? Next, from here, it move here. So index became how much? 1. So we'll gain 1. 1 less than 4, yes. So string, that is Java, dot charAt of 1. At one position we have A. So A will be print again like this. So this is keep on iterating until we reach to the last. So whenever it became 4, 4 less than 4, false. So we get the output as what? J, A, V, A. So let's see, are we correct or not? Yes, perfectly working, guys, now? Yes or no? Okay, so if you want to see that, how it is iterating, I'll just make the JVM to sleep for some seconds. For that, I'm using thread dot sleep 2000 milliseconds. So 2000 milliseconds equal to 2 seconds, right? That only, right? Okay, na? So it throws some exception, guys. For the timing here, I'm using add throws. That's it here. So why I'm writing this statement, guys, now? Because I just want to make the J1 to sleep for some seconds so that it can be wait and then go for next process. So we'll be talking more about the threads in future class. Not now. Let's see now. Yes, is printing J and sleep for 2 seconds. Print A, sleep for 3 seconds. V, then print finally A here. So it is working, guys, now. Perfect. Understood, guys, all of you? So this is how it is exactly working about charAt method and the length method. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's do some more coding based on some problem. Let's go back to the PPT. Let's do some coding, some problems here, which is related to the string here. Fine. So the first question here is, given a string, find and print the middle character. Given a string, find and print the middle character. If the length is even, print the middle two characters. So what is the meaning of this one, guys, now? So he's saying that if the length of a string is even length, then print the middle two characters. Okay, now, so for example, as of now, we get output how much? AV. Yes or not? Because middle of two characters are AV. So why we are getting middle of two characters? Because the Java length is 4 and 4 is even. Yes or no? So that's the reason we're getting middle of two characters. What is that if I taken Java 8? Okay, now is odd length, then print the middle character only. Okay, now the output, can you guess what is the output, ma? Only B. So this is our requirement here. I hope you're understanding, guys, now. What is our requirement, people? What is our requirement here? So the requirement is, given string, find and print the middle character. If the length is even, print two middle characters. So this is the question is here. Let's see how we can do it here. Let's go back here now. Okay, let's take here now. String here. I'm just taking str Java. And for the length, how much length more? Length is what? 4. And how we can get the middle, guys, now? We can say length divided by 2 here. So middle we get what? 2 here. Now what we want, guys, now? We want to check for the length is even or not. Yes. If it is even, what we want. Otherwise, what we want here. So basically for the odd here, we just want to get only what? Middle character. Yes or no? For the middle, we want only, sorry, for the odd length, we want to get middle character. So for that, I'm doing here str dot charAt of middle here. So which return the character. Print on the console. Okay. So let's see, is it working or not? Let's pass here Java 8, we get length 5. So here we get middle length. So 5 mod 2 equal to 0 ma false. We get here middle how much? 2. So str dot charAt of 2. You can see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the middle of 2, guys, now? V, right? So we get here V. So we are expecting the output as V. Let's see RV character one. Yes, perfectly. What if that I'm just taken only the 4 characters? Now length is what? How much? 4. And middle is 2. 4 mod 2 equal to 0? Yes. Now we want to get 2 characters. We want to get middle of 2 characters. So first one is str dot charAt of mid. Okay, we get what? Mid minus 1. So we get here first character guys. Next one here str dot at. So we get here middle character. So we get here second character. Right? And finally we want to print on the console. We get first character. We want second character. Okay, right? I hope you're understanding. So if you just look at guys now, let me clear the screen. Now, if you see here, first one here str dot charAt of mid. Mid how much? 2. 2 minus 1, 1. So str dot charAt of 1. 1 value how much? A. So here we'll get A. Next, str dot charAt of mid. Mid how much, ma? Mid how much here? 2. So here, 2 values how much? V. So here we'll get V. We get V. So now first character, second character. So we get here A, we are appending here, then we get V. So what is the output we get now? A and V here. Yes, perfectly is working, guys. No? I hope you understood, all of you, how exactly is working here, right? Okay, let's move on to the next problem. Write a Java code to concat the two string by maintaining a single space. By maintaining a single space here. Okay, so for example, he has given sample input John Cena. John is the first string he has taken, guys. Let me draw this down. So this is first string here. This is your second string. Okay. So we get the first string and the second string. Then we are appending here. So when you are appending here, we get as water John Cena here. Okay, na? I hope it's clear for everyone. Right. So let me remove all the things. Let's go back now. Let's take it. Okay. So I hope you understood this question, guys. I'll repeat once again. Write a Java code to concat the two strings by maintaining a single space. So here we had two strings, guys. The first one is a John, second one is Cena. So we want to concat both the strings here. So we get John Cena here, right? Very simple, guys. So how we can use, guys? We can use a method called as concat, or we can use plus operator. Two ways we can do this one. First one is we can use first way we can use plus operator. Second way we can use concat method here of string class. Okay, na? Both will use. So first thing is, as of now, we'll try to understand the first way. First way by using plus operator. Let's see string str1 John and string str2 Tina, something, right? So both the things we have to do, right? Tina. Okay, so we want to concat, guys. How we can concat str1 and str2 and which hold in the new string here, right? And then we can print on the console here. That's it here. So what happens now? We're just using plus operator to concat both the strings here. So we get John plus Cena, we get John Cena. And as I said, guys, basically we are using the literals and the memory is going to occupy inside where SCP, that is a string constant pool. So John will be stored in string constant pool. Cena will also will be stored in string constant pool. And when we concat here, it is going to create a new object, John Cena, and is going to store in the new S. Again, it also stored in the literal, and then it will be point here now. So we get John Cena as an output. Yes, perfectly is working. Okay. Now, instead of using here plus operator, how to use concat operator? Okay, now let's see that now, how we can use a concat operator. So if you just look at here, I'm using here concat of str2. So instead of using plus operator, we are using what ma? Concat operator. Now in this case, what happened, guys? Now same thing. John will be stored in string constant pool. Cena also will be stored in the string constant pool. And then it is going to create a new object, John Cena, and he is stored in the new string here. So we get as a John Cena. Again, guys, perfectly is working. So instead of using the plus operator, we can also use the concat method. Okay. Let me cover one interview question here. Let me interview one interview question here. Let me cover one interview questions about the concat here. Okay, na? About the concat here. About the concat. So what is that, guys? Now let's understand. See, basically what happens like sometime when you go for an interview, they may be asking the questions like this. str1 dot concat str2. Now tell me what can be the output. What can be the output on the console? Now obviously you will say John Cena. You will see the output like this. Yes or not? But this is wrong, guys. This is wrong. You can see, guys. You will not get this output. You will not get this output. What is the output you are expecting? You are expecting the okay. Sorry. What you are going to print here, right? So obviously you will say what is going to print. So I'm going to print str1. So the output is how much now? You will say John Cena, but this is wrong because though is concat here, it is going to create the new string, but still the output is John only. You can see the output is John. Now the question is, sir, how we are getting the output as John? Okay, let's understand with the clearly. Let's open the paint. Let me open the paint, guys. Now let's see how it is working here. Now, as I said here, whenever we use a literal, where the memory is going to occupy in the literal, guys, obviously inside the string constant. So we have the special memory block. We had special memory block that is nothing but a string constant, right? So here this is our Java stack and this is your heap memory. Okay, and this is my string constant. SCP. Okay, right. Perfectly. The first thing is, are we using literal? Yes, we are using the literal. Now, as I said, whenever we use a literal, where the memory is going to occupy inside the string constant. So John here, an object is created here. And for every object creation, what I told you guys, Unicode will be generated here. I'm just writing randomly something. Okay. And who is going to point here now? Because we are using stack. So here it is going to store here. Right? Okay. Next one is we are using string literal here. So even though we are using string literal, again it is going to create inside the string constant code. So we have Tina here. And for every object creation, some unique code will be generated here. So now str2 is going to point where? Here. Am I right, guys? So this has happened like this. Now you tell me we are using str1.concat str2. So now it is going to create a new object. It is going to create a new object that is a John Cena. It is combined John and Cena. And new object will be created here. Yes or no? It will create a new object. I'm just writing here something like this. But whether the str1 is pointing, guys, no, it is not pointing. Still is pointing to where? John only. So that's the reason we are getting the output as what? John here. Sir, how we can get the output as John Cena? Now what I can do here, I can point to the new string or else I can point to the existing one only. Now if you see that, we'll get the output as John Cena. Why is getting the John output as str1 is John Cena? Because whenever we use here a variable to store it here, str1 we are storing. Now in this case, what happens, guys? Now in this case, it will make as unreference. What more? It make as unreference. It make as unreference, and next it is going to point to the new reference like this. Like this, it is going to point here. So what is the output you are expecting now? The output we are expecting is a John Cena here. Yes. Now if you see that the str1 which is pointing to the giant, it make as unreference. It make as unreference. One reference means what? Which is not pointing to that. Now where is pointing, guys? It is pointing to the John Cena. So now that's the reason we're getting the output as John Cena here. You can just go and verify. Yes, perfectly. So this is very important. If somebody asks you what will happen when you write str1.concat str2, right? So in this case, still though it's create a new object, it will point to the previous one only, right? So I hope you have understood how it is working, guys, now, right? So next one is we'll try to understand few more methods by understanding the problem statements. Okay. So as of now for this video, I'll just make the two problems. I hope you have understood that. In the next video, I'll be going for some more questions, some more methods. Okay, the substring methods and related to some problems there. Fine. So till here, I hope you understood. I hope you have understand concept of the methods, how to work with the methods. Few methods we have. We are not work with all the methods. We work with a few methods as of now. In the next video, I'll be working with other methods. Fine. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and please comment me. Fine. Okay. We'll go for the next video.